It's alright.
Shannon not being
Alright, welcome to the podcast. That's our beginning. Episode 2. I've fixed my audio, hopefully. Let's be hoping. It was marginally louder last week, wasn't it?
Just a tad, yeah.
So, we're not going to recap everything that happened, as you can just watch.
Recap! Whee! Look at the last video.
Previously. Just plays.
How to start a podcast.
That's just how it. That's just how it begins. It's just like previously on, and it just plays the whole episode, and then it's like so next week.
So we now have a 2-hour episode. You know, just previously on.
Yeah.
How to start a podcast.
Hold on. So what's going to happen is that episode 3 we're going to need to play episode 1 and then episode 2, so it'll be 6 hours long.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, and it'll just keep building.
And then the next will be 10 hours? Because it'll be an hour plus the 2 hours plus the 3 hours.
Well, see, guys, I was thinking we do it like Star Wars logic. So the first episode's episode 4.
It's actually episode 4.
And then we just go back
we'll do
3 movies later.
Then
4,
1,
5,
2,
6.
3. Then, what? 7, 4.5, 8.
4. No.
3.5.
It's 4,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 3.9,
weird like
8,
that, yeah.
3.7, and then it'll be 9, and we don't know where the Boba Fett movie.
Speaking
Actually,
of
what
Star
comes
Wars,
first, the Boba Fett or the not the Han Solo one, the Obi-Wan movie? Which one's
We don't
gonna-
know.
Oh, Obi-Wan's
They've
supposed to,
delayed that
yeah.
because of
Have
Uh,
they?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's because of the people that attacked Solo. They were like, nah.
Yeah.
And good old James Gunn has been fired off of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness, James Gunn! Oh, how could they? Who's James Gunn?
He's the director of the last 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
Oh, him, top bloke. They should hire.
Yeah, he's been
Waititi.
fired because of tweets he made in
Did you say?
2008.
No.
That's how it works in good old media now.
That's the internet catching up with you.
Yep. So we did mean to do an episode last weekend, didn't we? But it just didn't work out.
We need to change it to
'Cause I'm a
we have been
killjoy.
memeing to.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Listen, we're gonna
And I
be
think
honest.
all of
we're
this
gonna,
is just going to be cut out of the actual one that you hear, so you're not going to hear any of it.
Well,
Audience,
no,
yeah.
I left a lot in. I left a lot of Andrew. I
What?
left a lot of cut-ins
Cut all
in
of
there.
this. Cut all of this out.
There was a
Cut
lot
it all
of.
out.
I think
Cut it all out. A lot of useless
I
information.
would, but it took me a while, and I was like,
So what?
I said it
So
would
what?
be out by Sunday. So
Yeah, well,
Oh,
that's
well,
fine.
we got it.
In other words, there's no longer any cutting.
Just cut it all. We
I
don't
cut
care.
out. I cut out a
cut
few
it all!
bits.
We'll just
Only-
put up a
only
2-second
us
video.
know. Only
Whee!
we know what bits I cut out. Obviously,
And
Toby.
that was cut. I mean, you can hear
Yeah,
the
I mean,
uttering in the voices there.
all right. Well, Andrew, you were. I guess you were in charge of coming up with the question.
I
this
am in
week.
charge this week. So
I
welcome
am
back.
the one
to-
not.
Oh, by the way,
I
I'd like
am.
to say
I am.
a special thank you to our producer Jeremy.
Yeah, special thanks to
We
our
really
producer.
care about his assistance. And
Yeah, without him, there would be no how hard could it be to start a podcast
yeah.
part 2.
Oh,
Hold
man.
on, is he our producer or our sponsor? Let's get it right.
He's
No,
a
he's
bit,
the
he's a bit of
producer.
both, you know.
Yeah.
He's producer,
I mean, it
sponsor,
depends on how he
owner,
feels.
operator,
Wait,
everything.
hold on. Are we getting paid for this?
No.
Well,
Paid?
You're not.
You want to be paid?
I'm
God,
really
what do you
paid,
think
though.
I
We need more
am?
than 2 people to listen to this that get actually paid.
Apparently, we had 44.
Well, there you go.
44.
44.
By the way,
I think
44
that's a
views.
record.
people that watched it 4 times, plus the 4 of us that actually bothered to
Yeah,
watch it.
thank you to those people that duplicated the tab 100 times. We really like you.
You're welcome, guys. I just wanted to do it to make you feel better about
And
it.
for those that actually made it past the first minute, I applaud you. Those
Yeah.
of you that waited until the end to,
Yeah,
good job.
you guys really rock. Whoever watched it to the end, you got the end
Good on
credit
you.
scene which
Oh, that
obviously you get with all good movies or
the super
you know.
special end credit scene, mate.
Yeah.
Good old
It's
post
something.
credit.
It's something you don't want to miss. You know.
Exactly. So
credit
go
scene.
back, and we're totally not clickbaiting you.
Absolutely.
Of course not. We would never do that to you.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Right. So I'm back on
So,
track.
Back to the
ladies.
question. All right. Yeah.
Back to the El Questiones.
El
I
Questiones.
speak English. We have old recorder boy, flute boy. We have
Recorder
local bard.
And drummer
Local bard.
and the
Anyway,
drummer.
so last week we determined
Yes.
that Andrew would be coming up with the question. So Andrew, do you have a question for
Of
us?
course, I have a question.
Had to
What
be
do you
with
think I am?
toothbrushes, I believe.
It is. We will be discussing if you can add one thing to a toothbrush that has nothing to do with brushing your teeth or any dental hygiene whatsoever. What would it be, and what would it do? What's the purpose of it?
Alright.
So we'll go in.
So we've
a
had
different order.
approximately 6 seconds to think about this
You
question.
have had. You have had an approximate random fact. So while you're thinking about some random little doodads, I'm going to give you some useless facts about toothpaste.
Alright. Can you actually send a message of the question, please? So I can read it?
No, you can't. No.
No.
You just have to remember it. So here we go. So random facts about toothpaste. Okay? This is going to be great.
Yeah.
So, fact number 1. Toothpaste is designed for grinding away leftover food from the mouth.
Ooh.
How exciting. Even better. Here we go. Back in the olden days,
Yeah.
recipes for toothpaste were really weird. They used to use eggshells, ashes of burnt ox hooves. That's a weird one. They also used to use urine. Here's a fun fact for you: the Romans used to use urine in the construction of toothpaste.
Can I ask
God.
how many
They
of
did it
these
for the
facts you
ammonia.
have?
They did it for the ammonia. I know this really does show how many friends I have. I'm just reading it out of Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, mate.
Schools
It's a
will
reliable,
hate you.
valuable resource.
Whoa, you have to admit.
So yeah, so the ammonia, they used to use that. They also used to use bones and oyster shells. What else do they use? Fun facts. Chalk. There you go. In the 1850s, they added chalk. That's when toothpaste went from being a powder to a cream, or whatever you'd call it these days, a liquid.
Paste.
Thickwood. 'Cause it's
Paste.
a thick liquid.
Paste.
We're going to call it a thickwood. It's now forever
Oh,
known
no.
as tooth thickwood.
2 C's or 3?
No, thick. Spelled with a T, mate.
Okay. alright.
Thickwood.
With a T?
Yeah,
Oh,
T.
I
Thick.
meant with a T. I meant with the C's on the end, mate.
It's a thickwood.
Yeah, THICT. That's just weird.
Oh, okay. Thick.
Thickwood. Whatever it is, a thickwood. Yeah.
Just like
what was
this
it called?
incredible. She's sick.
Crikey.
Oh,
It is.
God. So, that's the only reason Adam went to watch The Incredibles too.
Oh, come on. Spoilers, boys. Spoilers.
Oh, have you
Crikey.
not
Haven't reached
seen
that
it?
3-week
No,
mark.
he hasn't seen it yet.
Oh,
How-
you
No, of
you
course I haven't seen it.
disappoint the millennials, even though we're
I-
already a disappointment, as I said in the last episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
at least we're not Gen Zs and we eat Tide Pods. You know, come on. Could be. We
Wait,
could
you
be
don't-
Gen
wait.
Z.
like,
Is
you
that because they're 5? Or
Well, pretty much.
No, they're
They eat
retarded.
Tide Pods.
no?
Oh,
no, they're
crikey.
wow. Okay,
Wow,
then.
he's just gone out there. He's gone out there.
You could cause
Oh,
some
yeah.
serious conversation if, like, the wrong people hear that.
Well, yeah, mate. Get banned from YouTube and day 2.
Yeah, well,
Crikey.
you could for
Right,
having an
so
opinion.
back to the El Questiones.
Yes.
Alright.
Dan DeMan.
Ah, crap.
Ooh,
Did you have to
you're
go on me
first.
first?
Why are we not
You are-
starting with you?
You,
Nah,
no,
we did
no,
it starting from the top last time.
We
so
did it starting from the
start
top.
bottom.
Oh, I
Adam.
guess so,
we're
right.
starting at the
okay.
bottom. So Adam this time round.
Adam.
Crikey. Master
I?
Adam, you are the top
Oh.
dog right now. If you could add anything to a toothbrush that had nothing to do with dental hygiene, what would you do, and what's it do?
This isn't the first time Adams came first.
No, no.
Yeah, you came
Right.
first
You want
in
me
the
to-
You
race.
were terrible.
Ah,
I
that's
came first in the race.
Why
Damn,
were you
that could
racing
sound
against you?
wrong in the wrong hands.
Oh,
Crikey.
sorry.
Alright, we should probably be
Political
quiet to let Adam
correctness.
do his
We're
thing.
in
I think
hands.
we'll just cut that, just that whole last comment.
right.
We'll just leave it on the drawing board.
Alright, so Adam, go.
Because I have an electric toothbrush, so usually we do have, you just pretty much put it on a charger and stuff. But I feel like it should be something like a little Bluetooth speaker or something.
You mean like the ones that used to vibrate in your mouth, which send it through your jawbone into your head?
No,
Was
not
that
those
actually a thing?
Yeah, there was
No,
a thing.
no.
They had.
Apparently they are.
Yeah. What were they called? I can't remember what they're called.
Hold on. It was.
Yeah, let's-
I remember reading
consult
about it.
Uncle
It was
Google. Music
Vibrating
toothbrush.
musical toothbrush.
Yeah, because I remember back in the day we used to get in those
They were
cereal.
called tooth tunes. That's what they're called. Tooth tunes. And they had a really tiny speaker in them, which was pumping out through the tip of your toothbrush. And of course, with it vibrating so close to your teeth, it would use your jawbone to echo up into your ears. So
I mean, I was thinking more like something like having Bluetooth like speakers and stuff, so it relays information to your phone about how you brush your teeth and whereabouts.
so like a smart toothbrush.
Yes, a smart toothbrush that then says which areas of your teeth you haven't actually, brushed,
Oh, there you go.
and then it
Going-
can relay
going
the
along
news. It can read.
going along those Bluetooth thing. There was like I just did a quick Google search. We're not sponsored, by the way. But apparently they made the tooth phone. So I'll read out the little blurb. The tooth phone consisted of a tiny vibrator and a radio wave receiver implanted into a tooth during routine dental surgery. Sound which comes into the tooth as a digital radio signal is transferred to the inner ear by bone resonance, meaning information can be received anywhere and at any time, and no one else can listen to it. However, the telephone tooth does not allow people to talk back to callers or make outgoing calls. So
Interesting.
yeah,
There you go.
kind of similar device there.
Yes, sounds very clean.
But it doesn't have to be to do with it.
No, I mean like something just like Bluetooth or something. Bluetooth. Ah.
So what you're
Was
gonna
that
call
intended
it?
from the start?
No. I mean, something I would call it would be called the Bluetooth
There you go.
or the Blue Teeth,
Blue
because
teeth.
copyright. Yeah,
Boom.
it's copyright.
Boom, TM.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that's me. Moving on to the next person, which is good old Toby.
Alright, I'm gonna do the classic Todd Howard and go, we need a Skyrim toothbrush. So we can play Skyrim while brushing our teeth.
Oh no.
Look,
They're gonna
is it like the
remaster that
Alexa-
one?
Crikey.
No.
Is
Yeah,
it like
it's
the
like
Alexa one?
Huh? Yeah, but it's probably more closer to the ones that you see tests. You know
Oh,
those
yeah?
ones? Yeah, like that, but it's on the toothbrush. Like, a tiny screen, and then the way that you move the toothbrush determines the game. So the more vigorous you are,
The more vigorous.
Somebody sell that to Bethesda, right?
Oh,
Crikey, there's a
Trust
jump
the
on
event.
that, mate.
Yeah, one more remaster of Skyrim.
Oh yeah.
There
Won't
are more
remaster other
There we go.
games. We'll remaster Skyrim 20 times.
I mean,
Uh,
that's a good. Like, just imagine like different settings are different. Like for the toothbrush, when you're brushing your teeth, you just say the shout, and it changes the setting of the toothbrush.
Do you know what I'm imagining now? You shout while brushing your teeth and it just goes all over the mirror.
it improves.
I mean-
it improves
Walks in.
gameplay.
I mean, that would be pretty cool though. Like, so you're brushing your teeth, and you go like, your teeth are a bit cold. I mean, like your teeth
Mirror.
are cold. You're old. So soon, and then the toothbrush head heats up, and then you're brushing teeth with a bit of heat. Or if
It'd be
it's too
dangerous,
cold,
it might
you're
explode.
tasul.
Crikey, you.
I mean-
put it out
no.
there, mate.
I mean, that would be pretty cool though.
Hmm. I guess
No, yeah, could be entertaining.
Toby, like Skyrim toothbrush. I guess it would kind of work.
Oh, I mean, just imagine as
Um,
well as with the cat. You know how
it
sometimes
doesn't have to work. It would still sell.
Well, that's
Well,
true.
there you
I
go.
mean, they managed to do the Alexa thing.
I know. I
So-
still can't believe that's the thing.
No,
It's
I'm
ridiculous.
amazed as well. It made me think about my life very much after I heard about it being real. Are we going to me now?
We're going to you. We're moving up the trail, mate.
What do you? Oh, oh no. Okay. Again, it'll be a one-frame picture, like the last.
Yeah, one frame.
Yeah,
one frame
exactly. There you go. There it is. It's gone.
There you go. Now,
There's your thumbnail.
I didn't see it. Can you show it again for me, Lloyd? I missed it.
There we go.
Bam.
It's gone again.
thank you.
Look at that.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. That single frame.
Mm.
I've done
Yeah.
2 frames now because it did twice.
Last time it was marginally easy. I mean, you know,
Because it gave us a week to think about it. Not
well, that's true. Yeah, not like 4 seconds, but with that time.
oh,
Oh, you like the sound of that one, don't you?
You
I
like
reckon.
jazz?
You like jazz? Of course, everyone likes jazz.
I reckon.
You reckon?
You get a toothbrush that on the end of it, you know, it can project YouTube videos onto the wall. It's nothing to do with dental hygiene. It means that, you know, but what?
But then, because you have to brush your teeth, so the video will be constantly moving.
Well, yeah.
Going-
I mean, I would suppose that you would move.
If you move with it, the toothbrush is kind of just staying in
That's
one
true.
spot.
It would.
You know?
You know? Or
Or you have the end of it, it automatically sprays orange juice.
Or for those millennials out there, not that we are them,
Tripods.
it's a vape instead as well.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
Oh my!
So like you
vape-
have your
vape
toothbrush in, and
cleans
on the
your teeth at the same
yeah,
time.
you've got the brush, right? But on the
Oh, there you
like
go.
just under the brush, you got the plastic bit where you go like, and it's like. And,
You know, that'd be
it does
actually
the
quite handy
classic
because-
vape, you know.
Yeah, that'd actually be quite handy because what you do is you firstly vape, and then afterwards you just brush your teeth.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't have the vape. Don't have the
well,
vape
you
breath.
don't have to. That's true.
crikey.
I mean, it means that you. Such a crappy idea.
I mean, it works.
It could
It's
be
quite
worse.
good. It would. I reckon. In the world we live in, people would buy that instantly. That would be one of those like items you would see at not sponsored Helen Stein's special like toy area. It would be
Oh,
like toothbrush
In
vape.
the gimmicky zones.
Yeah, in the gimmick zones. Yeah. So
Crikey,
Dan.
Dan, we've come back.
Oh, it's back to me now, is
We're
it?
back to you, mate. Back to
Yeah.
you.
Oh,
What's you
jeepers
thinking?
creepers. I'm going to be honest, there have been some great ideas so far. Things that I haven't even thought of. So, obviously, we've got some creative departments here.
just rushed.
But,
Oh, crikey.
basically, my idea is a toothbrush. I can't say it with a straight face.
you can't have a toothbrush. Then the
How are we
toothbruch
supposed to know
that's a
you can't say it
toothbrush.
with a straight face, mate?
I'm
mean-
going to be honest. I've probably had the longest time out of anyone else to think of the answer to this question.
Andrew
and I
has.
still haven't
Apart
thought
from
of
me,
an
who
answer.
created the question, still doesn't have one.
Anyway, but the idea that I just thought of, so quite often one of the biggest
A
things when it comes
toothbrush
to
with a
like
Pez
teenagers.
dispenser.
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
Pez.
wow,
Wow, that was the second
Settle
idea.
down.
yeah.
Settle
Basically,
down.
basically, what you've got is millions of mini Pez dispensers that bombard your teeth, removing the plaque using Pez. No, I'm just kidding. Pez haven't sponsored me for this video, so
No,
Crikey, that's
not
right.
sponsored. I repeat, by
Definitely not.
Pez, we are not sponsored.
Can't you joke
Oh,
about it?
spit it out, Dan. Crikey.
Anyway,
Would you find it funny that actually sitting by my desk here is an actual Pez dispenser?
you said that
Oh.
last week as well, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep reminding everyone. I'm
All
gonna
right,
keep.
so
There you go.
so what's your
Anyway,
what's your
my
thing,
idea.
Dan?
So one of the biggest, sort of like teenage dilemmas is acne, right? So like you
Oh,
don't want to turn up, the worst thing to get.
Oh, no.
Anyway, basically, the toothbrush converts your acne pus into toothpaste.
Oh,
Oh!
No. Oh, gross.
Oh,
How does that
And
clean your
what's your
teeth?
logic behind this?
Yeah,
No.
there was some logic.
No.
Why do you
I-
think this is a good idea?
Daniel, I
Why
was
did you
hoping you
I'm
would just
sorry,
say
hold
like
on.
tweezers.
Hold on. You're the one turning around to me asking why this is a good idea. Why is this question a good idea? This question sucks. Oh, if you were going to put something on a toothbrush that isn't usually there for oral hygiene, what would you put on?
Turning flipping pus into toothpaste.
How is that? Daniel, is this like your secret?
Oh my God. Not saving your toothpaste.
Are you
Mine
going to be
is
investing into
bacon.
this?
No, mine is mid. Mine's my own pus.
Listen, I've got the perfect slogan for it. From pus to plaque to pearly whites.
Right.
Listen,
Oh,
someone's got to be
yeah,
the
it's-
controversial one, okay?
Now that I think about it, given that we like to,
okay.
given in this day and age, people seem to like to eat the most random crap.
Oh, well, you know,
Yeah,
probably
it
be
probably
better
would
for you.
work. Let's be honest. I mean,
oh, crikey, mate.
oh, I don't know.
I
But
was really hoping
would
you
it
were
be
just going to
minty
say like it has
flavored or would it be
toothpicks in it.
just?
Oh, that sounds pretty good, you know? Just,
Oh yeah, so
Huh.
you can put in like flavor capsules that like
So it's like a
flavors
soda
your
stream.
pus.
yeah, it's like a soda stream except instead of
Pussy
carbon
stream.
dioxide.
Again, not sponsored. Soda Stream. Great
I'm
product,
sorry,
not
generic
sponsored though.
Daniel, you know that
I know
if
how
you
to
have to
YouTube.
add flavour, that means it's a pus flavour.
Yeah, mate. Crikey. It's
You've
just
got some
natural.
weird
No,
things
it's called
going on,
natural
just
flavour, mate. Natural flavour.
I don't think it'll even.
So is there an option to just go beer, like with the Soda Stream, where you can just put water in and spray gas into it?
No, you have to like pop the pimple into it.
Oh,
And the pressure of it popping.
It's like a soda sucker. You know? You just stick it over the top and click the button, and it just and sucks it out.
the noise is the worst part about it.
Just
Oh,
All right then, Almighty Andrew, who has come up with this great question for all of us, would you like to share your idea?
That's a good question. If I had one, yeah, of course. No, so you know, a fan. You know, where it's a hot day. If you're brushing your teeth, you just need to cool off. You know, you just got that toothbrush fan. So you take the toothbrush out and you press a button and the head starts spinning around because it's actually a fan in disguise as a toothbrush.
I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people's teeth getting hot and cold in this. Like Adam was like,
Yeah.
could you have a temperature gauge on the head? Why are people's teeth cold?
No,
Like, what?
the teeth aren't cold. You are. You're hot. You're too hot. You know, it's 40 degrees. Oh, blimey, it's way too hot. Need to cool down. So you now have your toothbrush fan, you know? And,
Right.
and bonus, it's USB charged, you know? You just take the
Oh,
cap
yeah.
off and stick it into your computer.
Does it
Crikey.
have USB storage as well?
Yes, it's also an external hard drive.
Alright.
You're
Okay.
up to a terabyte if you're lucky.
Sounds very expensive.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's
terabyte.
state-of-the-art
unless
toothbrush.
unless the handle of the toothbrush is like a
It'll
brick.
even do your
Yeah,
tax
I-
return.
it can even tell the time.
It even tells time.
you know
So-
it's good when it can tell the time. You know, I mean,
Exactly, you know, it's the second version. It's not just the prototypes. Now, see, okay, so we've talked about toothbrushes, the highly exciting one. I've got a double whammy for you this
Oh,
week.
dear.
We've got
boy.
a second
Oh, he's given us another question
I
we haven't thought about.
given you a great one. we've got either you can have one or two. I've got two. We can either
Guarantees.
would you rather be able to copy and paste IRL or undo IRL, or
Oh.
would you rather keep your current sleep pattern, or would you hibernate for 3 months and have 9 months where you're awake for 24/7 without being tired? So no fatigue
And
for
this wouldn't
24/7
this
for 9
wouldn't
months.
affect your health. It would
No,
just change
no,
your
this
sleeping
just
habits.
would
Except
be
for the fact that you'll
That's
be
too
hibernating
easy.
for 3 months.
You'd
So
be
you'll
hibernating
yeah,
for 3 months.
That's too easy.
Okay, so
you.
hold on. Which of these two questions are we doing?
Which,
Alright, let's
both
do
the
which
the first
questions?
one.
Do we want to do copy and paste or sleep?
Well, the
Let's
Or
do
first
we'll
one's
do copy
too
and paste.
easy.
Let's do copy and paste. We'll copy and paste.
Okay, so it was copy or paste.
You can
Or
copy and
undo.
paste, or you can undo.
How far can you undo?
Just the same as you would be able to normally.
Okay, so birth.
So let's say a single. You can undo your last 10 actions.
Oh, that was
Immediately, Adam just
You
wants
can
to.
undo 10 things before it resets. You can't do it
His
anymore.
first thought, I'm gonna undo
Okay, so
birth.
birth.
Has someone given Adam the right script?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Script? You think we're that rich? We don't have a script.
I still think a better thing would have been like, if you could quick save and
No,
load,
no,
but
Toby, we're not quick
randomly
saving.
it disappears.
We're copying and paste, mate. Copy and paste or undo.
I
You can undo
think,
your previous action or
personally,
stuff like that. What do you
personally, I reckon undo.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your reasoning behind that, Lee? What's your reason?
Well, I don't know.
Tell
I
us-
mean,
tell us
like, there's a
why.
lot of times that, say, example, I'm at work doing dishes as I do, and say, like, I don't know, you say something to someone that's, off, or you drop a plate and it breaks. If you could undo that plate drop or what you said, then you could pretty much, I figure that, like, if you can fix those small things, then you'll probably be a bit happier, Because then you
I
won't be
would-
coming home from work going,
Yeah.
oh, damn it, I dropped a plate. The question is, do you remember what you've undone?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so it's like going back in time, like, a
Yeah.
little bit.
You're
But can
going
you
back inside your own mind.
Can you undo children without like reverting back to that time?
Can you undo children?
Like,
I
I
love how that's
20
the
years
first
down
thing
the
you
track,
go
you
to.
go, hey, this is a mistake. Let's undo this.
It just shows
Crikey,
you how
mate.
depressed the generation is. Adam's
Yeah.
just like, I want to undo
Yeah.
birth immediately, the first thing.
Yes, but if that
Crikey.
happened, would you then just be like, would it still be 20 years later just without a kid? Would you like be back to getting it on, like, and then you realize how crazy she really was?
Oh, no.
Crikey, mate. You've been hitting the hard stuff, Toby. Mate.
Mate, this is the light stuff.
God.
The light stuff.
Crikey.
God.
I hate to see you on hard stuff. Oh, my goodness.
I have a question with the copy and paste
Yeah.
option.
Yeah.
What's the limit to what you can copy and paste? Can you
Yes.
copy and paste? Okay.
Yes.
excellent.
It is
Can
the
you-
same as copy and paste on a computer. You can right click
I'm-
on it, you can copy it, mate. You
Okay,
can
all
see
right.
it, You
But
can
what
copy
happens? What happens if I copy a living thing? Like, does it keep everything up to the point where it was copied, or do I like?
it. I
Maybe
think it would
yeah.
it'd be an
Where it
exact
flows.
copy. It's an exact copy of whatever it was when you copied it.
No,
What was it
see, I
recently?
feel like they almost need to. As much as this sounds like bad, thinking about it, I would really not want copy and paste because that just gives you more things to wish you were like, oh, I wish I could undo.
No, but mate,
Whereas
see,
natural
I
mistakes,
would go
if you could
copy
undo
paste.
them.
Same.
I would
Why
go
would,
copy
why
and
would you go
paste.
copy
Why
and
is
paste?
that,
Well,
Andrew?
so let's just say you wanted you brought yourself a bar of gold. Set that bar of gold down. You go, I wish I had some more gold. Copy, paste. Now I got 2 bars. Oh, select
All
both
right,
of them.
but-
Copy, paste. I got 4 bars of gold now. And gold, mate, by the kilo, is worth an absolute mint at the moment. I'll give you the exact exchange
but
rate.
The
Why
issue,
not?
the
Yeah,
issue,
but there's
the issue
one
with that
problem
line of
here.
thinking is that then, okay, you've got infinite money and you buy all the resources. Now the world is just without resources.
No,
This
we
is a
didn't buy,
bad- this
we
is a
didn't
bad
buy the resources.
example.
I already have
Andrew.
gold, mate.
What's the
Andrew.
point of having the gold
for
then?
nothing. Because you sell the gold.
Yes,
yeah,
but then,
okay.
and
Then
then
you can afford anything.
but then you're going to be selling all that gold. Okay,
Yeah.
then you're going to break the economy, and then gold's going to be worth absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but that's why you wouldn't do it with just gold.
Oh,
You know, you
Andrew,
buy
still
some gold.
got-
Still, copy and paste is better. Copy and paste
Copy
yourself.
and paste, mate.
No.
There's,
Oh.
see, if you copy them, no, but then see if you copied and pasted yourself, how would you know which one's the original and which one's a clone?
Would
then
the
also,
clone have the
does
copy
it
and
matter?
paste ability?
Would the
If both you-
clone, yeah, would the clone have the copy paste ability? That's a good
Anyway,
question.
anyway,
Uh,
back,
I'm
to,
gonna say
back to
no.
the living thing. It reminded me very much so of that thing recently where people managed to copy and paste things, but if it had a soul, the latest copy would then become the real one, and the rest of them would die because they don't have a soul.
Crikey.
So, yeah, what would happen if you copy and pasted a living being? Would it still be a separate being, or would their minds be
well,
interlinked?
it's just a copy. It's an exact copy. Toby.
Yes, because they're the same thought process, could you then actually communicate with the other one with no other forms of communication, like telepathy or something, because you're literally thinking the same thing?
Mate, if you're standing next to someone that, like your brother, do you have telepathy between your brother? No.
You're
No,
not your
because
brother.
I think
If
you
you
can-
did it
you
with
can sometimes-
yourself,
Mate,
Yeah.
mate,
It's
yeah, but you're
different.
not suddenly, just because you
But-
copy yourself, you're not suddenly gonna evolve to have telepathy.
But I
Actually,
don't-
actually, you don't,
but
you don't
think
know
it-
that.
you think the exact
know.
same because it's an exact copy.
Yeah, but
So
they might
therefore-
be thinking, oh, I'm thinking this, but the other one's gonna be like, actually, I'm thinking
They
this.
might, but if they're an exact copy and they're on the exact same positions, technically they should be thinking the exact same
Nah,
thing.
Yeah,
not always. Not
Andrew.
always. What?
Well, I don't
Crikey.
know. This is a pretty bad example, really. But see, you're talking about the copy pasting gold thing, right?
Yeah, but
Have you ever seen? This is really the old like Skittles ads,
yeah, where he touches
where
everything,
he
it turns into
touches it and it
Skittles.
turns into Skittles, right?
Yeah, mate.
But
You
that's
take
not
those Skittles,
exactly
you
a
sell
good
them
thing.
Skittles. Mate, you sell these Skittles.
Because,
Yeah, but you think
because
about it-
what? No, but what happens when you accidentally copy paste something you never wanted to in the first place?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
that's alright, you just biff
Because
it.
then, well, no,
You just
because you
biff it.
can't.
You
can't
undo.
like undo
Copy and
it.
paste it.
You're not gonna undo, but mate, nothing else has changed. If you copy and paste something you don't need, now you got two of these things. What do you think a bin's for? You put it in the bin. It goes to the dump. You get rid of it. You sell it
Well,
to someone else
yeah,
who wants
but
it.
then
So
what
many
if it's
bodies
a
are hard to
person?
dump.
Crikey, Toby.
Yeah, what?
Duplicate a person. Well, what you do if you duplicate a person you don't want them, you give them to Toby. You know, Toby's well experienced in dealing with that kind of thing.
Yeah, give them to the person who can undo, right?
Exactly.
Except they can only
exactly.
undo their last action,
Oh,
so
that's
they
a, that's
can't
a
undo
question I have.
yours.
Yeah, that's a question I have with the undo.
Yeah,
thing.
their own
Are
actions.
actions related to yourself, or can you undo other people's actions?
I would say actions that are around you, something that could affect you.
So if you were, if
It's like-
Shouldn't it
okay,
be
something,
something that only you can control?
Well,
Shouldn't
it's
it be
like
that?
it's like on your computer.
Yeah.
Say like your friend comes over to your house, right? And they copy paste an image and put it on your desktop, right? You can delete that image because it does affect you specifically.
Exactly.
But if it doesn't affect you, you can't like just like if somebody on the other side of the world, someone close to them died, you can't really undo that unless it
So you
affected
can't
you.
undo someone's kid because they killed.
No, Toby. No, we're not sadistic.
By that
here.
logic, you would be able to.
Okay,
No.
so we've had Andrew and Toby's.
Crikey.
Daniel, what would you do? Because you seem to be the most torn with this.
the most what torn?
Torn.
I'm just more weighing up my options. I think ultimately I would go with copy and paste. Having an undo would be good for minor inconveniences, but ultimately you've got to learn somehow.
Exactly.
Copy and paste. Here's the thing: solve world hunger.
Boom. But see, we could already solve and poverty
Well,
redistribution.
yeah, but it'll be much easier going out and doing it yourself. Here's a loaf of bread. Oh, here's 100 loaves of bread. Oh, you guys
Yeah,
need
but mate,
electricity. Here's a refrigerator and everything
Give a
else.
man
you
a
need to run
fish,
out
he'll
of.
eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll feed his family for life. Come on,
or-
mate.
Or
See,
alternatively,
yeah,
in
you
other words,
say
copy and
you say
paste
you've
all the
got to
volunteers.
you say you've got to learn some way, but
Mm.
both of them have that problem because see, once you start duplicating things for other people, they don't actually learn anything.
I don't know, but you
you
wouldn't
kind
be
of just
duplicating
go
for other
around
people.
like,
You only dupe for yourself.
On the
Yourself,
contrary,
obviously.
if you don't make many mistakes, there's no point having the undo. Like, I don't think there's many things I want to undo in my life. Like, obviously at one point
Exactly.
it was, but later when you actually get over it, you actually better off not undoing them.
No, but
Like minor inconveniences,
plate-
but the only thing-
yeah.
but apart from that, nothing else real.
No, copy and
guess
paste
you're right.
takes the win, man.
But at the
Copy and
same
paste.
time, copy paste is that's
Overpowered,
like,
yes.
that's responsibility right there.
Oh yeah, it's
Exactly.
OP, but
And by
I
the
mean,
time
copy
you
and
have it,
paste.
people tend to use things like that wrongly. But anyway,
oh yeah, I mean,
Louis,
just look at
they
the movie
cannot
Click,
control you. You copy and paste yourself a million times and just beat the living crap out of them. Just like,
Crike, you bit of a. You're
Sadistic.
enjoying that sort of stuff, mate.
no, but no one. Look, if you can copy and paste yourself, you are literally.
yeah, but it
invincible.
doesn't mean
Only
yourself is
one of
having the
you-
same experiences.
Which
Only
one
one
of
of you
is the
has to
real one?
survive.
No,
and you
well,
can
it's
continue
not about
on.
which one's the real one. It's about like the one you copy paste, right? It could go off and have its own life and make its own mistakes. But what if it decides it doesn't want to be a clone anymore?
Exactly, that it wants.
what
to
if
You
it
know,
wants
then
to
you're
decide
then
that
you're
it's a
then
clone.
you're
It doesn't
delving
have to be a
quite
clone.
deep past the question, but
be
at the same time,
you.
you know,
Yeah, I know,
can
but it's a
both be
copy
you.
of you, but it's not the original you.
It's not
a
you.
copy. What if
Toby, it
wants
doesn't
to
make
be
it you.
the
You
original?
clone a
No, they're
sheep; it's a
both you.
different sheep.
No, but one's the original and one's the copy. What if the
Yeah.
copy wants
You
to
do-
be the original?
No,
No,
but
but-
they're both pretty much. They're both exactly the
No,
same.
Yes,
but
I know,
they're not the
but
same
one,
person.
One is no, one's been created now. One of them was been alive since
Yes, but if
they
they're
were
an
born.
exact copy, then they will have all their previous memories.
Yes,
of
exactly. Yes,
No, yes, but then they go off and make their own.
exactly
'cause you've
they become
duplicated
different
them-
because they're two different entities now, so they have different lives.
It
now.
doesn't make them the exact same person. See, like, you know, you clone a
original
sheep.
sheep
It may
is
look exactly the same. It may
Okay,
have
take
the
that back.
same blood. It may have that, but it's not the same sheep. It is-
Exactly. Dolly the sheep, mate. Dolly the sheep
Yeah.
was a clone of her mother.
I mean, cloning isn't really gotten
But,
quite
okay,
the way
then-
you want it,
yeah,
but
cloning's
What it-
not new tech. We've had cloning for yonks.
no, but
Well,
they seem to
just buy
die
an
quite
island.
quickly.
Make a lot of money, buy an island, make an island for your clones.
What is this, Jurassic Park?
Yeah, with
They're just
copies of
clones,
himself.
and then
Welcome to Toby Park.
see every
Apart from
individual
his
version
entry all-
has
Yeah.
just
Just
a
the
Toby on a
prison.
rock.
$200 entrance fee for Toby Park. We have Tobys that stand on heads, Tobys that walk, Tobys that talk, Tobys that don't do much.
All right.
I feel
No,
like
actually,
this,
well,
this
no.
is this
The
is leading
Toby
very
Park.
much. This is really leading very much into like the Rick and Morty sort of thing.
Yeah.
Bro,
Well,
it's Anatomy Park.
Adam, what would you pick? Because I don't think they've come
I-
to you yet.
No, you.
No, go on.
I mean, copy and pasting will just break the system.
Exactly. It's hacks, man. But both
But-
of those are hacks.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would choose copy and pasting.
Mm.
I mean, it feels like it would be a lot better to use. I mean, you accidentally copy something you didn't want. Oh well, you just get rid of it somehow. I mean, you know, coffin or something for a person. You know, bury the body, bury the evidence. But
Exactly.
I mean, undo would be great for my workplace. You know, me being a joiner after all, or thing. But it just, I mean, it's just be like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh well. But then it's the learning aspect that you need to do.
Well, yeah, you're right, but sure, if you undo it, it doesn't mean you've forgotten you made that mistake.
Exactly.
You know you made it, and you'll probably not
Yes, but
do
you're
it
also
again.
less
It's just
careful you
Hmm.
well,
because you can literally just fix this. So you'll
well,
become
you're
careless.
right, but
Like, oh,
if
I
you
just
go
had it.
too many actions ahead, you can't. Like, what counts as an action? Then you're delving deep into it. So you drop the plate, then you take 2 steps forward. Are those
that's
individually?
3 actions.
Yeah, that's 3 actions. So technically, you
Yeah.
have to drop the plate. Maybe you can take 1 step, but you can't go further after that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
it's like Word. You can type a paragraph, but only able to click that back button for half of it.
Mm.
So what happens if you like break your arm or something falling down the hill, and you know you break your arm? That's a mistake. Undo. If you're rolling down a hill and you undo it when you get to
Yeah, it
would you
depends
be
on
still
how far
up the
back.
hill? Yeah,
Yeah.
would you still be up the hill?
Yeah,
still
yeah,
rolling?
yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
Well,
That
I
is a
would
good
assume
question.
that you would get quick enough to be reversing it as soon as you start to fall. So you
Yeah.
haven't even done
Once if
the
you-
action. You just go back 2, and then you
What
don't
happens
make the
if you
mistake.
go unconscious?
Wow.
Well,
Ooh,
then
that's a
you
good
do
question.
fall down the hill, and there's no way to reverse it. But you kind of still, you know, like you just heal it normally. it's not.
But is it technically your actions then?
Mm,
Mm,
true.
You're
Well,
right,
it's an
but
action that
no.
involves you.
Well, if you did like step wrong on
Mm.
something and fall down, then yes, it is your action. If someone pushed you, but it does directly affect you, so you can reverse the action of pushing you
Yeah.
because they're only one action into it. So technically, you could stop them pushing you. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting subject to talk about, really, isn't it?
I have another one.
Oh, is this the other one? The
Well, it's not the sleep one, but got another one. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater, or have the agility of a cat, which some people just naturally do? But think about that one. Would you rather be incredibly agile, or be able to breathe underwater?
I reckon breathe underwater.
Define the speed.
A cat.
Agility, like you can move
Agility, mate.
as fast as a cat. You
Like
always
some
sort of
crazy
manage to
free
land on
runner.
your feet, and you're just
Okay, so
weirdly-
Like you
Why
could
is
jump
that-
from a 3-story building and land on your feet and be fine. That kind of agility.
Mm.
I thought you mean like speed, but I suppose the speed
Agility,
is
mate. Speed's technically part of agility.
Mm.
But yeah, agility is
you're
like your
right.
flexibility.
I feel like
your
I already know
speed,
what I would choose.
compound
I
force.
feel like I already know what I would choose.
Yeah. Oh, what do you reckon?
I feel like definitely the cat.
You want to be
Agile.
a cat?
agility.
I mean,
Well,
agility
why that? Why do you want to be agile?
be the parkour master, pretty much.
Parkour master. Eh?
I mean, it'd be
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
You'd be fit. You'd be, really good at jumping. Cats can jump pretty
Hold
high.
on. That doesn't mean you're fit. Cats can still be very fat, but still kind of.
No, the average cat.
If you're referring to the agility of a cat, I don't think a fat cat has much agility.
no.
Because I've seen one try to climb a
Yes,
fence.
those.
They look very glorious.
Crikey.
I don't know. I think breathing underwater, eh? But there is a reason for that, mainly because I just have an obscene fear of deep water.
Why'd you
Mainly
play Sea
because
of
of the
Thieves
fact
then?
that if you go under, you can't. Well, that's a game.
It's not real. It can't
And
hurt 'em.
it is. It's like people playing. I don't know. I just enjoy. It doesn't mean I enjoy it. In that game when I fall in the water, it doesn't mean I like it anymore. But I am also in it is a video game. There is a difference between real life and
What? No.
No,
I thought
what a
real life was
shock,
just
right?
a video game.
But it's
oh
more
my
like no, but
goodness.
that thus is just agreeing with my point that Adam's question was
Crikey.
kind of null void. But
There you go.
I just don't like deep water at all. If I can't see what's below me, then it's But if you could breathe underwater, it takes away part of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intensity
Yeah. No,
to
definitely.
it, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what would whoever's next pick? I mean, Dan. I guess. I don't know. Andrew.
Yeah. Dan. Yeah.
Dan.
Dan, what are you thinking?
I'd
What do you
prefer, breathing. I don't know. Kind of conflicted because, okay, here's the thing.
Mhm.
If you choose breathing underwater, you're limited by the fact that you're
Let's say
You
the
know-
pressure of the water and things like that don't have any effect on you.
well, that makes it completely different. Because I would consider it if it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
if it was. If it was basically I could go underwater as far as I can, then that could be a. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
See, ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
um, but to be honest, in my day-to-day life, I would prefer having the
Crazy agility.
yeah,
Yeah,
that would just work. That would just be so much better.
true. Very true.
I mean, how awesome would that be? You can run to work, not care
Yeah.
anything.
Mate, you're gonna run 30k to work. Crikey.
But you're a cat, so you wouldn't care.
Oh, there you go. No,
So,
you have the
Andrew,
agility like a cat.
what would you
Yes.
pick?
Me, I don't know. It's a bit of a toss-up, really. I mean, I'm a pretty big water person. I love me water sports and whatnot. Yeah, but no, I think in your general day to day, definitely the agility. It would be a big up sort of thing. To have that flexibility and speed, those sort of things. But yeah, no, definitely I think the breathing underwater could be quite cool. You know, you could, seeing as you can breathe in the water, you could go to your favorite beach or whatever and effectively build Atlantis underneath, because you'd never have to worry about your air or whatever.
And technically, you know, as we discussed, no one owns that. You could just build right under there.
Rules, mate.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
open
Toby,
international waters, mate. International waters.
what would you pick, Toby?
What's
Hands
Toby's
down
thoughts?
the agility.
Agility?
If
Yeah.
it's someone that has lost like all of their agility, that would just be amazing.
Well, there you
Yeah,
go.
for those of you
Fair
that don't know, Toby's in a wheelchair.
No.
Not yet,
Start
not yet,
there.
not yet. Maybe one day, Dan. Maybe.
I love how you say that so hope. One day I'll be in a wheelchair. One day I'll
Maybe.
get big boy pants.
Nah. I mean, it's just it might be possible one day, like if I get really, really bad and like get clampy or anything. I don't know. I do plan on trying to get a disabled parking permit though. That I really want one
You
of
just
those.
want to be able to park in the wheelchair parks, mate.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So I can go.
Good
Huh, guess what? I can park here.
And then you can just share it around everyone. No. just
I'm not
everyone
cutting
just
out
Guys,
my
I've
use
got
parking
yours.
this.
permit just for
Got
you.
the disabled parking.
But yeah, I would totally go with agility because I mean I would love to be agile, like leaping off stuff, and I would do so much parkour. Plus, you could mix it with martial arts, and you'd literally be ninjas.
You'll be a superhero.
You just become One Punch Man.
Cat man.
Oh, gold.
Yeah.
Right.
So I guess, you know, like it's at this point, I suppose,
We're at that point.
where
Roll the dice.
we gotta be like, where we gotta roll the good
Roll
old
for initiative.
dice. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to
right.
you're gonna have to give us a question before
Oh no, I'll
Before
definitely
the
give you
day.
guys.
Crikey.
I'll give you guys a
Well-
question.
Wait, do we need a random topic as well?
Do we?
Rando, Matt.
I guess we
random
can get a
topic. Bring
random
out that
topic.
random
Actually,
topic.
no, I have an idea of a random topic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. What's
It's not random.
No, it is kind of random because it's not really to do with whatever he's probably gonna get.
No,
But it
what
was
is it?
more about the likelihood of like large sort of predators in water.
Sharks.
No, large like you know, Loch Ness
Predators, you know, the ones that
Do you
Oh.
really want to say megalodon?
Well, no,
Oh,
I'm talking about like you know,
Guppies.
well,
like
no.
Jaws.
Yeah, sort of like that, you know, because it's Shark
So
Week.
Megalodon.
Why is
Megalodon.
it Shark-
True that.
Oh.
It's Shark Week. It is Shark Week. Well, next week will be Shark Week.
Yeah.
Is it?
I guess that could be a random topic. I don't know.
Yeah, talk about sharks. Fun facts.
Talk about
Yeah.
sharks, man.
Crikey! Even
Yeah,
though
yeah.
they'd be more like crocodiles, but you know.
All right.
Alright,
gents.
you try and pick something, Adam. If you have a question already, it's fine. If you want to do the random topic thing again, all good.
Righto, boys. I think it is time to love them and leave them.
Wait,
Next
we've
week.
got a quote.
Come on,
We have
Daniel.
a
What's the
quote.
quote? What's the quote?
Good
Bring
night
out that quote.
and big balls.
Yes.
Alright,
I
let's
think
do it
mine's better. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
out,
then.
Peace out,
Well,
boys.
farewell, people. Next one.
Stay
Catch you
dandy.
later.
See y'all.
Bye.